Excellent. Hi there, YouTubers. How's it all going? Marvellous. Really good to be back. Thank you very much for the people who left little comments. And one of the particularly interesting ones was from, I presume, fairly young man who said that he watches stuff for free now because it's so easy to do and because he hasn't got any money, which makes a lot of sense. Or he hasn't got any money to kind of spend on luxury items like DVDs and going to the movies and stuff. So he watches it at home on his computer and for nothing, which makes an enormous amount of sense. And his explanation was when he gets older and he earns money, he'll buy stuff because it's, you know, because it is easier in the long run. You know, and that's obviously the big argument, isn't it? If buying media online was easier than going through the hassle of downloading it through BitTorrent or, you know, getting it from friends and stuff like that, then people would do it. I just read this really interesting article. Okay, the bloke who started Gillette razors, disposable razors for shaving, he came up with that idea about the turn of the last century, about 108 years ago. And no one was interested. I think in the first year he sold 165 razors and sort of 300 blades. I mean, you know, everybody used the cutthroat razor. I've had to shave one of those. Boy, that hurts. Could not sell them. No one was interested. Everybody thought it was stupid, and nobody, you know, and they were right, weren't they? Why should I buy something that I use 3 times and throw away when I've got this old razor that I use 5,000 times? You know, that I have to sharpen and look after. Completely, that's where the mindset changed around that time, wasn't it? About 100 years ago. So he could not sell them. No one wanted to buy them. So he started to give them away, and he gave them away with other products. So you could have, you'd buy a packet of tea, and it would have some razors with it. Free razor blade. They're free. And he gave them to soldiers in the army, tens of thousands of them, for free. And the idea was that once they started to use them, then they would continue using them when they weren't free. And it took a few years. It wasn't overnight, but within a few years he was selling sort of 1 billion blades a year. Isn't that an extraordinary story? So there's that argument, you know, if you give stuff away for nothing, then eventually it will come back. And I think that is absolutely true in terms of products, physical products that you can hold. But, you know, you can give stuff away if it then absorbs stuff. Coffee machines is another good example that you have, like in an office. They're always given to the office. Hey, have a free coffee machine. And so they're quite a big, expensive machine that makes coffee, but they don't give you the coffee. So then you buy the coffee, and that's how they sell coffee. Okay, I make a video on here, and then I put it up to download, because that's what I'm going to do with this. This is IT2I2. This is the DVD I mentioned that I was playing on here last week, and I always wanted to do it as a download. It's got to be less hassle to get it legitimately than it is to get it illegally. Then it will start to work. But even then, say I gave that away for free for years. Say I make one of that. Say I make a show which costs as much as that to make every year. That is me on the cover, by the way. That was good fun. Which is why the site's down. Just to explain, a lot of people said, "Where's IT2I2?" Well, it's all being flipped into one unit. And it'll all be launched again. And you, instead of buying the DVD, you can download the whole thing as a download to own high definition video file, which you can put on your iPod Touch or your iPhone or your Windows PC or your anything. It should work on anything. It will work on anything. That's the whole point. It's a very clever bit of technology. It's not me. Some clever blokes. Anyway, but then if I give that away, I haven't got anything else to give away. Do you know what I mean? If I give away video, then that's it. That's all I've got. I'm not giving away video and then one day the people will go, oh, I want another video. That's the only clue. Yes, I want another video, and then you go, all right, well, this one's £1. So then they'll wait till someone else buys it, puts it on BitTorrent, and then they'll get it. We're living in changing times. So I'm just intrigued about giving stuff away. I like the idea of giving stuff away. I mean, why should you pay for it? It's ridiculous. You know, you don't have to pay for it when it's on the telly. So then you do the advertising thing, and that's fine. And I had some comments about that. You know, that's great. So you just sit there while the people who are watching your stuff are force-fed, you know, advertising information they don't want. You know, and I must admit, you know, like all people, I don't particularly like watching ads. I don't watch them on the telly. I'll always turn over as soon as, you know, it's absolutely automatic. I don't even notice myself do it. Adverts come on telly, boom, swap the channel just while the ads are on, because I just can't be bothered to watch them. Which isn't good, is it? But clearly they must work. TV advertising must work because that model has been around for 50, 60 years now, and it's generated phenomenal amounts of money. Important thing to remember, of course, it's huge tax breaks for big companies. Say they've got $6 billion profit one year. If they spend $2 billion on advertising for the next year, then they don't pay tax on that money. That money is removed from the tax system. There is an enormous industry now in existence trying to work out how to monetize content. I would think you can probably go to a big conference somewhere on the west coast of America called the Content Monetization Expo. If there was one, I'd like to go. As someone who has managed to produce quite a lot of content for zero monetization thus far. I mean, I'm only saying this because I'm really keen to earn my living not working for television companies like I am at the moment, to be an independent producer and make my own things, which is what I'm now completely focused on doing. That's what I intend to do. With the aid of a lot of other people. I'm not going to do it on my own, and what I produce won't be me sitting in my office yabbering into a camera on my own. Although I think this has a great validity. I like it. I like doing it, and it's always worth it when I've made the effort. For now, YouTubers, if you have been, thank you for watching.